So it's me, your little boy, K Samson. So good morning to all my amazing chosen one, wherever you are watching me from. So I have something special for us this early morning. Life is easy. Let me just be real with us. I know that maybe you are aware of this secret, but let me just tell you the far truth. The reason why it look like life is so hard, the reason why many of us see life as something that is so hard. One, the people whom we do what we associate with. Yes, because what you know is what you can talk about, and what you don't know is bigger than you. And the truth is this: the world we are living is not about who you are, it is about who you know. You got what I'm saying? It is about whom you know. It's not about who you are. Let me tell you a story of mine, year 2019. Let me just briefly narrate a little bit. When I was in my former place, so I searched for a job more than 3 years. I know that I was also going to school, but I love doing work like after school, either 4 hours, 3 hours, just to put something in pocket, because I'm not that type of person who love or like to stay at home watching movies, or who like people to give them money and all those stuff. Because sometimes some of my friends will dash me money, because of where I come from. We don't beg, then I don't accept it, but they can buy clothes for me. I can accept all those ones, but like money, I love hustling for myself. So it get to a point where I was thrown out. I become homeless, no house, nothing. No, so I was calling a lot of my friends whom I thought they are my friend, but not knowing that they are not. So I was hanging around with them because I thought that this is who I know, not knowing that who I am and the people who are around me, not knowing that who I am is smaller than whom I ought to know. In other words, the people whom I supposed to go around with are not the kind of people that I was moving with. You know what I'm saying? And that is why life becomes so difficult until I figure out that it is very necessary for me to call who I know before. You know what I'm saying? Then I decided to call one of my friends who directed me to this place where I am now here. So the moment I called him, he was working. Because the truth is this: if you are hanging around with jobless people, you don't pray to have job, because the bondage is there. You know what I'm saying? As I'm holding my bicycle right now, driving it, if eventually the chain break, I don't need prayer. What I need is just for me to change it, or carry it, or repair it. You got what I'm saying? You don't need prayer. So what am I trying to say is this: the world is what is good. The world we are living is so sweet, it's so nice, it's so easy. If you can believe the fact that the people whom you are hanging around with truly matter. Because one, if God want to bless you, he will also bless you with men. Yes, if God want to take you or catapult you, he will also use men. So that is what you need to understand, that the world we are living is not about whom you are, it's all about whom you know. It's not about where you come from, it's about whom are you here going with. You know what I'm saying? Because you can come from a successful home, a nice home, a very successful background, well trained. But if you grow to that point where that environment, you are no longer in that environment, and now maybe you change environment, the people whom you used to do all those stuff with, all those things with, and suddenly all of you discharge, and you are not well equipped, and you meet the wrong people. If you are not careful, they will corrupt you. You can't say. That's why you see some people, they are Christians, they are warriors, they pray 24 hours. They are too spiritually. How will I say it? Spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand that some of them, the moment they change their environment, within 1 year or within even 1 month, they will start to behave like unbelievers. Why? Because whom you know is more better than whom you are. Yes, believe me. Because if people whom you know, all of them are poor, believe me, you become one of them. Let me just be real with you. This is not. If people whom you know, all of them are successful, even if you are not successful, people who see you will look you as a successful person. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to hang around with people who know road. When I mean people who know road, if you are that type of person, you are looking for a job, stop hanging around with jobless people. Yes, believe me, because nobody will give you information. Yes, you may not love this message, and if you are a single lady up there, and the people whom you are hanging around, all your friends are single ladies, it will be very difficult for you to find a man. Yeah, this is just the fat truth, because many of them will be telling you that man has come. Yes, believe me, these are the lies that they will be using to keep you down. And if you are a man, you are married, and you are hanging around with all this, a man whom you know that the man beat her wife, violence and all those stuff, little by little you will start to do what? Adopt that system. So that's what I'm trying to say, that the world we are living is so sweet. In all ratification I'm talking about, not only I'm talking about job, I'm talking about because sometimes many of us grow up, in a good environment, in a good family. Many of us grow up in a society where they train us so well that nobody will even believe that within a year you will suddenly start to act different. You will suddenly start to act on unexpected way. You will start to operate a system that you have never operated before. Why? Because people whom you know right now have automatically changed the environment where you used to be. You know what I'm saying? So that is why you need to understand. If you are single up there, as a man, as a woman, try to mingle with those who are married. Yes, believe me, so that you can get married. Yes, believe me. You may not love this message, but this is just the fat truth. If you are a single lady up there, stop hanging around with single mothers or single ladies. I'm not saying you should stop hanging around with them. Don't misunderstand me. I'm talking about if you have a friend or you have like 50 friends, let it be that 20 are married. Why the rest, either 10 are single mothers, and the 20s are single ladies like you. Then you got to understand that this one will bring his or her own idea, the other one will bring his or her own idea, and you got to understand that you do what? If you take this one, you can take this one, you will have something to choose from each of them. And the worst part of it is that if you keep hanging around with single people and you are single, believe me, it will be very difficult for you to liberate yourself, because everything that happens on earth has spirit. Yes, believe me. Because many of them will be telling you that men, that's why we have a lot of people today who are coming to social media and be telling you marriage is not good, marriage is not it's not goal, marriage is not your purpose, marriage is not your this, marriage is not your that. But believe me, marriage is sweet. It's sweet. Mostly, for example, now you are tired, you come back from work, and before you pull your cloth, your children will just run close to you. Some of them will say, mommy, food is ready, come and eat. All those things give joy. Don't stop allowing people to deceive, or stop allowing single people to deceive you. Because sometimes many people who are single up there will not allow you to have your own. That's why if you are married, you ought not to do what? Hang around with single mothers always. I'm not saying that they are bad, don't misunderstand me, but 99% of them will always pray for you to be in their shoe, and they'll never tell you what they are passing through. That's what I said. Whom you know is bigger than whom you are. You know what I'm saying? Yes, believe me. The reason why Christ said, I am who I am. Why? Because he know that in other dimension, he know that he and his Father is one. He know who is with him. He know what he know the people he know. He know that my master, my father can never abandon me. That's why he said, I am who I am. So my brothers, don't let no one deceive you. You know what I'm saying? The world we are living is sweet. Everything here is sweet. Just that we are the one who don't mingle with the right people at the right time. Think about the reason why Samson was what? Samson's goal was destroyed. Why? Because Samson refused to understand the fact that whom you know is much more better than whom you are. Because Samson believed that the power he have can never be destroyed. Because if Samson were able to figure out that, Philip, these Pharisees, I know, they are my enemy, they are this, they are not. Despite of my power, they can even come in from different angle. And my mom and my dad have already given me the rule not to marry from them, not to even have any association with them. That means they have already leaked the word. His downfall to him. They have already leaked the leakage where the word they have already given him. For example, now this is where your power will leak out. Just don't go there. And then he decide to push. Why? Because he believed that whom he is bigger than whom he ought to do what to know. You can't say so, my brothers. The truth is this: the word is sweet. The truth is this: let's do what? Mingle with people whom we ought to know, not whom we are. You know what I'm saying? So that life can give us the real value that we want. Remember.